Let's begin by quickly reviewing the immune system. Recall that you have two types of defenses or immunities, innate and adaptive. The innate involves surface barriers and secretions, which are going to make up your first line of defense or level one, as well as internal defenses if the microbe breaches the barrier and moves inside. These are going to involve phagocytosis, inflammation, antimicrobial proteins such as complement and interferons, and fever. We also talked about the different types of leukocytes involved in the innate immune response. Natural killer cells are one of those, and they are used to attack virus-infected cells as well as tumor cells. All of these are located within level 2. We're going to move into the adaptive immune response now, and this is going to be level 3. There are two types of adaptive immune responses: humoral immunity, which will involve B cells. When B cells are activated, most of them will become plasma cells, and plasma cells release antibodies. Cellular immunity or cell-mediated immunity will involve T cells, and these cells are going to be directly or indirectly involved in attacking cells or such as virus-infected cells or cells that are infected by intracellular bacteria as well as tumor cells. Let's jump in. As I mentioned before, humoral immunity is going to involve B lymphocytes or B cells. Your humors are your body fluids, such as your plasma and your lymph. The reason why this is referred to as humoral immunity is because plasma cells, which are a type of B cells, will release antibodies, and the antibodies are the proteins that carry out the function of humoral immunity. We'll be looking at what antibodies do a little bit later, but this is antibody-mediated immunity. The second type of adaptive immunity is cell-mediated immunity, and this will involve T cells. And the T cells will either directly or indirectly attack cellular targets, and these could be cells infected with viruses or other intracellular parasites, as well as tumor cells or grafts. A graft is a foreign cell, such as you would receive from an organ transplant. We'll be looking at how they actually attack their cellular targets. As I mentioned before, they're going to do it directly by causing the infected cell to lyse or the abnormal cell to lyse, or indirectly by releasing chemicals. The chemicals that are released here by a type of T cell called helper T cells will actually direct the adaptive immune response. What this means is that those chemicals can help to increase the activation of other immune cells. So these chemicals are used then to direct other immune responses.